everyone, it's JoJo and welcome to a Beyblade vs. Superking review. Today I have B174, the Beyblade Limit Break DX set. First, a quick shout out to Mall of Toys for giving this to me. Thank you so much for this awesome all-in-one set. Mall of Toys is your one-stop shop for Takara Tomy Beyblades. You can also use code JoJo5 to get $5 off of your first order. So thank you once again, Mall of Toys, for this awesome set. So the Limit Break DX set comes with a new type of base stadium, the evolved versions of Helios and Hyperion, 2 new launchers as well. And the Beyblades do have some awesome abilities which we will get into. So that is the front, here is the back with all the parts and all the stats for each Beyblade. So right here we have Hyperion Burn and the new Helios Volcano. And here, just explaining the new abilities and a comparison over here between the standard base stadium and the new Dash base stadium. As you can see, it is a little bit bigger and there are some flat spots around it to provide different attacking patterns. And down over here we have a comparison between the regular Bay launcher and the new Bay launcher that comes in the set. It is longer and we have new additions for the Exceed and Zone drivers. And down at the very bottom, the stats for each Beyblade. And that is it. Let's get this open. First, let's take a look at Hyperion Burn. Let's start off with the Sparking chip and chip core. Lovely colors, really nice color scheme, and the chip core does have metal in it. It is removable, so you could fix it to any other Sparking chip if you wish. So yeah, that's definitely going to add some weight to the Beyblade. Next up we have the ring. I don't know if we could even classify this as a ring now. It's so huge. So this has a very, very unique ability. Very awesome, in my opinion. So we have these 4 giant blades that pop out during battle if it gets hit hard enough or when there are a certain amount of clicks on it. So it's hidden right now and we'll do a demonstration of that later on. But yeah, just check how thick this is. It's not even a ring anymore. It's like a donut. Anyway, yeah, it looks like there's a chassis built into it already, but that's just kind of to hide the mechanics of the ability that this Beyblade has. And here's a kind of a close look at the teeth there. I don't know if you could see that. Looks pretty good. So the teeth are in the ring and not the chassis like before. So here is the 1A chassis. You can see that the teeth are there. So that's why I was saying it's kind of like a chassis is built into it. Next up we have the disc. This is Cho, also known as Super, translated. Pretty heavy. It's very, very asymmetrical. Doesn't look like it would be very balanced, but I think that's okay for this type of Beyblade because when it's wobbling, you'll get this to wobble, and so what will happen is you'll have a little bit more of an upper attack when it's going down and then coming back up like that. So I think that's pretty acceptable for an attack type Beyblade. But yeah, very interesting, very different type of, disc. And you can see that there are these little holes here which do align with these little tabs which activate the wings popping out. Next up we have the driver. We have Exceed Dash. So pretty much like, the normal Exceed, but in dash form. So it has a stronger spring. It's got the same rubber tip, same free spinning outer part, but this comes with an extra piece. This is all metal, and you could attach it to the bottom of the tip here. And then you align that with a hole on the inside here, and it locks it in place so it's not free spinning anymore. But you do have this added weight with these like gears kind of around it. It kind of reminds me of GCF or Gear Circle Flat from 0G, but this has a rubber tip in the middle. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. The attachment also reminds me of the extra attachment you would put on for XT Plus or Extend Plus. Alright, so let's put the chip back in. You just pop it in like that and you fix this Beyblade all together. Alright, so right now it is just kind of like in its normal mode, but once it starts to, get hit in battle and you put like a certain amount of clicks on it, bam, you get these 4 blades that pop out. That looks awesome. It looks super, super great. And like I said before, because of the very unbalanced disc. It'll wobble a little, but that's okay because when it goes down like that, it'll do like an upper attack on the other Beyblade. In theory, I should say. So you could fix or put it back, just kind of squish it all together. So let's weigh everything. First, the chip and chip core, 5.79. Now this beast, the attack ring, 24.7372, kind of jumping around there. And the disc, 31.44. Wow. All right, so I think I want to take this out first. So this is just regular exceed dash, 6.25, and then that added weight, 4.30. Then all together, 10.53. Now we have the entire Beyblade, 72.46. Okay. And let's compare that to original Super Hyperion, 61.59. And here's a side-by-side view of him. Yeah, definitely a lot bigger, a lot better, a lot heavier. It's gonna be a lot more intense. And next up we have Helios Volcano. This is a balanced type. Here is the sparking chip and chip core. So kind of like with Hyperion, it does have the metal chip core in the middle, looking great. And the attack ring also kind of reminds me of Blast Genius a little bit because of the ability that it has. You can see I'm kind of doing it right now. It's got like these blades that spin around. Looks awesome. It is on a spring, so it only kind of activates once, and it reveals these bottom blades here, kind of like on the bottom part of the ring. Here are the teeth, looking pretty okay. And this one, because it is a balanced type, it does have more balanced parts, including the disc. So this one is, I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it just O or U? This one is a lot more balanced. It's not uneven, definitely more, or it is symmetrical. And it does have those same gaps here that activate the ability on the bottom. You can see the tabs here for Helios. And then next up we have Zone Dash. So pretty much like Zone, but just in a dash form. And it does come with the extra metal piece on the bottom. This one's a little bit different because you could just pop it in and it doesn't lock the driver. It keeps it free spinning, which is neat. Show you the ability. So I believe you do have to wind it up first and then that locks. You can even see the spring on the other underside. The plastic is covering the mechanics of it all. Oh, well, so I think it would probably be better to fix the Beyblade first and then wind up the ability. There we go. All right, so kind of like with Hyperion, if it gets hit hard enough, check that out. You can barely see it. I might have to do it in slow motion. Yeah, you can see that it spins really, really fast. So that'll kind of like deflect, maybe in theory, deflect some incoming attacks from the other Beyblade. And here we have King Helios, just to show a side-by-side comparison. Alright, let's weigh all the parts. So, sparking chip and chip core, 5.55. The ring, 21.14. The disc, 30.13. Just the driver without the attachment, 6.09. And then the attachment, the metal attachment, is 2.73. And let's see how much this weighs again. 4.2829. And I believe you can interchange them, so that works, but it doesn't lock. But because the prongs on this are longer, this one should lock. There we go. So you can't move that anymore. Altogether, 65.67. And let's compare that to King Helios, 58.88. And here we have the Dash Base Stadium. Clear blue plastic on the bottom, and we have just the clear plastic on the guard. Red clips. And this is very, very different than your standard stadium. So in the middle, we kind of have like your standard part, I guess you could say. But here we have like really steep slopes. We got 3 of them. We also have these flat areas as well. So 3 of those as well. And then the pockets on these sides here are a lot smaller, except for that one over here. You can see how much it juts out. So it could provide a KO. I feel like in here, It could still have a KO, but it's just so small, it's not very likely. It does widen over here a little bit, but kind of like in the corner, so it's not likely to have a huge KO, maybe more wall bounces instead. But yeah, this is probably the other pocket you could have a KO in. Because of the different slopes and the different angles of the stadium, the Beyblades will move in a different pattern. So let's test it out. This is also a good opportunity to test out the new long bay launchers. So let's test out Helios Volcano first. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Oh, so I was able to get a KO in the smaller pocket. Didn't last very long. Alright, staying pretty much in the middle. The tip is more of a sharper tip than the Exceed, so let's try this one out next. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Oh yeah, pretty crazy attack pattern, just kind of sitting in the middle now. Let's do one more. There we go. That's kind of the demonstration I was looking for. It kind of hangs out a little bit on the flat surface, kind of like doing a little bit of a wind up, and then it comes to the middle. And overall, I really like the way these launched. It does feel a little bit smoother, so I think something might be different on the inside to help with that. All right, let's do a mini test battle. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh no! KO! But the wings did activate. Check that out. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Oh, another KO! It seems like it's doing a lot of self KOs. Alright, let's try and get a real battle here. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! It just wants to self-KO. I'm not sure if I'm liking the stadium. Alright, there we go. That's a little bit better. Oh, and a knockout. Alright, so for those last two battles, I actually wasn't pulling the launcher as hard. I feel like because you're pulling it too hard, too much power, too much strength in it, it'll KO itself. Like, I don't know if I like that. So like pulling hard necessarily isn't the best thing for your Beyblade because you might just self-KO. It could also be because the surface is flat, and so it's just kind of just going out there. But I will be doing some battles in here, seeing how I like it. You do definitely have to launch a different way because of the different angles in this base stadium, so it makes you aware of that. So in a sense, it is pretty cool because you do have to think a little bit differently. And I think that's where I'm going to end this video. That is my review of the Beyblade Burst Sparking Limit Break DX set. What do you guys think so far? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time with more Beyblade. See you soon.